Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. It went to you first. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't panic.
It's just a normal day.
It was supposed to happen. It was this is the news. Starbucks has announced plans to lay off more than 1,000 workers. As parting gifts, each employee will get their name misspelled on a cup.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's a little going away
taste their own, your own medicine.
Yeah.
California Governor Gavin Newsom asked for $40 billion in federal aid this week. When asked if it was for the wildfires, he responded by saying, "The what? Oh, yeah, sure." A Wingstop employee was assaulted and then hit with a car recently.
Oh.
The assailant was found later that day praying for forgiveness at a Chick-fil-A.
Thank God.
Should have gone to churches, I think.
He could have also gone to In-N-Out, depending on the area.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They have the
I'm
cups.
Dave Landau. Welcome to Normal World.
Ow!
Woo! We're back. I'm Quarter Black Garrett, and in studio with us is Angela.
I'm always in the studio.
That's true.
What's up, guys? So glad to see you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And look, no guests in here. It's just the three of us. I always
Just
like
the
these
fam.
episodes. This is just the core. All right. And if you could like and subscribe down there, hit that.
Well, that was a little.
Turn to me, which is not what the audience wants to see. When you do that, you can comment too,
really
which is
got
which is really important as well. We appreciate you. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Dave.
And
how you doing?
Thank you for buying.
I'm good. I'm at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, where I will be all week. So I just got back from California. Well, McClowery's with me. We drove from California. We did a tour. A ton of our fans came out wearing our hoodies.
Oh, yes. That's what I was
right.
going to say. Thank you guys for buying merch.
And
Hats.
also, I
hoodies.
don't know if you can see it in there, but we have trading cards people made.
Excuse
oh
me.
my gosh.
I love
So there's-
trading cards.
There's more for you guys and some other stuff people bought us. But yeah,
Are
we
there
have
stats
our own,
on the back?
What?
Yeah.
What do
Yeah,
they say?
that's
What do
awesome.
they say?
This one says, this is 1-in-1 custom for the Normal World crew.
Ooh.
Quarter Black, Angela, and Dave. The Landau. Appreciate all you. So it's like, yeah.
I love that.
Very
That's so cool.
Very cool.
So yeah,
You
it's
gotta
like
frame that.
and he's got one for each of us that are all different. And then, yeah, he also gave me a big Lions chain, which I'm going to give to my son.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just pretty rad. Yeah, people love the show, and like it was nice to see.
Yeah.
Like those are pretty big rooms out in California, and just to see like a couple hundred people that are really big fans come out on like a Wednesday
Yeah.
it was nice. And then I got to do the store and a bunch of other clubs, Comedy Magic Club and stuff I hadn't been to in a while, so it was nice.
So if you're in the area, you should go watch Dave for sure. I love, for me, doing this like online stuff and talking with people just online, just with my friends, you kind of get the disconnect. You see the comments later and all this stuff, but it's really great to get in the real world and meet people. Like that's why we do the Friday Night Tights meetups, because then we meet the people that watch our show. And it's a great connection point there. And we just did one in Orlando, and a bunch of Normal World fans came up and said how much they like the show and how much they like you. So it's always a good time seeing you guys out there in the field.
Yeah. We'll have to do like a Normal World meetup
Yeah.
sometime soon. I would love that.
That might be uncomfortable.
Probably.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be great. It would be great.
I think it'd be, yeah, I think it's
They're
nice
everywhere,
to have people
man.
out. Yeah, that's why it's cool. Like when you go into California, especially Irvine and those areas, we have a ton of like, just, I don't know, we just have a ton of fans in those areas that they watch this content because they don't have anything else that they seem to like. And
I
it's
thought
just
you were going
kinda-
to say they don't
and
have
it's
anything
cool.
else better to do, so I might as well.
It's pretty. I like California, and I mean, if you drive through Malibu, it looks like a bomb went off,
Well.
but it did. And it looks. It's pretty bad. It's like if you think what you think is terrible and then multiply it. That is
And
definitely
that's just
how
California
Malibu,
by default. And then on top of that is the wildfires. So
well, you can tell they're cleaning it up because I was staying in Manhattan Beach and there was like 2 homeless people. And if I was there a year ago, there would have been 800.
Well, they all burned up in the fire.
That's what I was opening my shows with. I was like, I heard you cleared your problem.
No.
By burning all the homeless people. They were still there. I mean, there's still a real problem. Gavin Newsom's he can't really fix everything he broke.
Yeah, he's got a long list of things to fix there, unfortunately.
Yeah, water, people's lives.
You know,
he's such a piece of shit.
He'll get around to it eventually.
Oh, God, I hate him.
I don't know how anybody.
People love him. I don't understand it. We went through a whole thing where he was going to get.
I know it's his
fired.
handsome face. I don't care about his handsome face.
Eventually, people will figure it out. I hope.
He's like handsome for a lizard, though, right? It's not like movie star.
No, it's not. It's like regular, everyday handsome. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah,
not enough for me. It's not working for Justin Trudeau. Like it's starting to wear off, you know. So maybe it'll start wearing off on this guy.
He just looks like a guy who bangs his secretary on his boat. And it's not a yacht, but, you know, it's got that cabin below.
It's a speedboat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's doing horrible. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's on Lake Brian. It's good.
Yeah.
He rides her way out. They go way out in the middle of the water, so she can't say no.
Yeah, this implication.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
He's a class guy.
Yeah, yes.
We've said that here as a fact that Gavin Newsom rapes women out on the water.
It's not rape. Allegedly. It's an implication.
It's the implication.
Allegedly.
It's not. Yeah,
I'm sure
they can't say no on the water.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm of course kidding. He doesn't go anywhere near water.
No.
It doesn't.
There's a big problem for him.
It's almost like it's everywhere there. What are you doing? I don't know.
Well, Canada helicopters came. The 51st state helicopters came and started dumping water.
They're like, this is where? Is this where you guys needed it?
This is what you can do? You can fly? What? Didn't know in California.
I like going to Key West, too. I was there for a week. At my buddy Tom Dustin's place. He's got a movie coming out with Joe List. It's a documentary on him. He's hilarious. But the entire week, I just enjoyed I had a quick flight from Dallas over the Gulf of America to here, and just people loving it. And then people were telling me after that it's like that's only in certain countries. It's still the Gulf of Mexico, depending where you're at.
Fix it for the meme. Fix it for the meme. That's my that's my most favorite thing that he's done so far. Just because it's stupid.
Changed.
It's completely stupid and retarded, and I love it.
That's it. And my husband's gotten really good at doing a fake Trump accent. He's like, I'm not calling it anything by what it was born as. It's the Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Gulf of America. It's ours.
There's more landmass. America has more landmass.
So it does make sense. Yeah.
And it's all of the Americas. So, you know, it doesn't say like Gulf of the United States. It says like Gulf of America. Like, hey.
I just don't care. But when he's barging into the IRS building and stuff, I'm like, yeah, you do you, baby.
Whatever.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Prep. Did you see the Postal Service union getting all mad and being like, we will not let him take over the postal union and making it efficient. You can't efficient my job.
You can't efficient my job.
I demand to be completely inefficient and not do my job.
Walk into a UPS store or a FedEx. You're there for 8 seconds. You walk into a post office. It is the most miserable 4 hours of your life. No one knows what they're doing. If you ask for a passport, it just becomes a screaming match.
Dude, it's like a whole week's of going there. You have to. You remember the DMV being completely trash? It still is trash, but it's not as trash as it used to be. Somehow they figured that out, that you can go onto a computer and to a kiosk and get into a line digitally. Whoa. But yeah, the Postal Service is still shit. It's still bad. You still have to wait in a long-ass line just to say, hey, can I get some stamps? Because my grandma, I'm trying to send letters to my grandma. It took me 6 hours.
Well, yeah, you have to get the right stamp, and they're like, you can use our thing that's broken and try to weigh it and then print out some label that you have no idea how to make. Do you want to go stand over there and be confused for 15 minutes while a guy shouts at me because something that he sent hasn't gotten received for 3 weeks? I hate it.
Dude, it's horrible. Why are we still doing that anyways? Like physical? I'm doing my taxes, so I was waiting to get some 1099s, and they were like, oh, we sent it in the mail. It's text. It's a text form. Email it to me. I don't need to do this physically with my hands. It's dumb.
I'm so used to the mail for that I just have to wait and always file late.
Oh, you just get the extension. Just wait. Maybe if you extend long enough, the IRS won't even exist. Oh, we'll see.
I know. If I give it 2 more months, we'll see. It looks like they're
firing everybody.
Just
I would just wait on that.
You know.
It's just incredible how they're just walking in and just canning everyone. Like, what do you do here? I don't out.
No, like write a book report on what you did last week, and if you don't, you're fired.
Well,
I think that's a good use of time.
Name 5 things you did. That's what they're saying, and everybody's like, I shouldn't have to answer that. I'm like, why wouldn't you have to answer that?
If you can't name 5 things you did,
what are you doing? That's what I'm saying. Like they're not doing shit back there. Which, hey, look, I've worked at a minimum wage job before. I'm sitting in the back when I can. I'm soaking up the man's money.
Job.
No, you're not an IRS auditor. They're not getting $750.
If you got a cush job, you got a cush job. You want to keep it.
Fair.
So they're like, you can't look into this. I'm taking a lot of smoke breaks.
Yeah. You don't
I would just make
those.
stuff up though. Like you're so bad at your job, you can't even make up what you did. You're like, I don't even know what I do to make it up.
You just say you investigated people. I investigated Dave Landau for like the 8th time. They did. Like, it's easy to find a job.
They took a bunch of my money, and I'm still mad about it because it didn't make sense.
I filed TMPs all last spring.
Yeah, all day long. So many of them.
TMPs aren't a real thing. I just made that up. But you believed it.
See? You bought it.
TPS report.
Yeah. Just make it up.
Yeah. Like the alternative though. That's the thing when I'm seeing online all of this pushback on, Doge and everything and the meme of it. It's funny, but this pushback on trying to make things more efficient. And I'm like, so the alternative is to just do the thing we've been doing for decades that doesn't work, clearly. I'd rather have a bull in the China shop when the China shop was made of shit. Like destroy the China shop and we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah. And now if they go into the Fort Knox and they go, look, we don't have any gold. And also they said we misplaced $4 trillion. Yeah. How's that acceptable? That's the national debt. And they're just like, well, we got Chick-fil-A for the office. You can take some of that out of there. It's $4 trillion.
Yeah. It's the amount of money that is like wasted. If you did that, you'd be in prison.
That's not a B, that's a T.
Yeah, that's a T. Bro.
Just think about that.
So frustrating.
Think about that.
And it's not just a vague T. It's your T. It's your money. It's our money that we've been paying them out of our work that we do every year. We send them money, and this is what they do with it. That's what like pisses me off so much. And then the one story that I read, they found like an offshore bank account basically that had billions of dollars in it, like $20 billion that was just sitting there. And it was just there to fund, and this was the U.S. AIDS.
It was Nancy Pelosi's IRA.
Basically, it was there as like a
fund.
big slush fund to then fund other shell organizations that came up over time. So what they did is they took money from the American people and said, okay, for the rest of our lives, we're going to be set because we're going to put it over in this box. And anytime we think of something we might want to do, we'll just take from that money. And there's no oversight. After it goes through that filter, it's like it goes from the government into that box, and then there's no oversight after that. It just goes into other companies. Whatever they say, they make shit up and say they want to do. It's insane. I'm really interested to see like where we go, like what the end point is in 4 years, what it's going to look like. Is it going to be stopped, all this stuff? I don't know. We'll see.
Well, how do you pay it back? If they go into Fort Knox and I don't know if there is gold. There's no way
there's gold there.
I think they're just going to open it up and it's going to be Capone's safe. And it's like, oh, there's nothing here. And it's like, well, yeah, they're criminals. They took it.
What do we do after that? What do we do if we go in and we find out officially? Because I think that we all know there's nothing in there. There's like one person can audit it. There's one person allowed to look. That sounds to me like you're hiding some shit. So if we go in there and we have no gold to back us up, what happens? We're just like, oh, the entire economy for the world is like a lie.
Yeah, the whole
Like,
system that we've been building this on is
like our whole
null and
system
void.
is a lie. And then you think, okay, is it better to then continue the lie and your whole world doesn't get destroyed by our lie, or do you reveal the lie because that's the right thing to do? I say reveal.
Yeah, but what they're gonna do is not that.
Well, I mean, it's the government. Even this government, I don't trust any government just by default.
No, but even ours is okay. We have $36.22 trillion in debt. 4.3 trillion of it can't be accounted for.
Right.
Sorry. It's trillion. It's an amount of money that shouldn't even exist. It's like saying a gazillion. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, there's no, we can't back this up.
Yeah, like, you can't tell me what you spent it on. You're like, it's amazing. And then we have 36.22 trillion to places like China. That means our economy can collapse at any minute. It's all fake. And that's why it's funny for them to say, like, oh, well, cryptocurrencies pretend. It's like, well, so is everything at this point. It's all just numbers on paper.
Well, really, it's all made up because it's backed by gold, which is a metal that we've decided has important.
Value. Yeah.
So it's all kind of a made up facade anyway. So we just protect the lie. Protect the lie. Because otherwise we're all destroyed. We're all going to die. I think we should figure out some kind of other, like a bartering system. I think we should figure out a bartering system.
Okay.
I
could barter
pelts.
Pelts. I think we should switch our currency to undertack underwear. Because that way it's way more valuable than gold. Because it's
far more.
We know it's moisture wicking. We know
it's antibacterial. If you're out in the desert, it's great because you don't get the swamp ass. If you're on a mountain, it's great because you don't get the swamp ass. Basically, you just don't get the swamp ass anywhere because it's made out of modal, which is a material.
Which I believe, it's a material from Lord of the Rings. From what I understand, I don't know if I can say specifically, but it is a magic material. There's nothing on earth like this product. When you put it on, you're going to feel cool and comfy all day long and all night long. It is so comfortable. And also, when you do it, you know what? They're going to help stop human trafficking.
That's a good thing.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Money is going to go into stopping human trafficking, which I have a feeling that 4.3 trillion may have had a hand in some of that. But what do I know?
Possibly.
But what these fine people at Undertech are going to do is they're going to help stop that simply by buying the underwear, and then they donate the money.
Yeah, they donate a portion of it. It's good. So your balls feel good and your heart feels good. Look at that.
And
look
your hoodie. Things. Oh, you got a hoodie.
And the
look
socks.
At that.
And the socks. And the sweats.
Is go to undertack.com. That's undertack.com and use code NORMAL for 20% off site-wide. Whether you're gearing Undertack up for adventure or everyday life, you can trust Undertack to have your back.
And your balls.
Yeah, normal 20% off. Enjoy it, guys. It's a gift.
And if you're a woman, they got undies for you too.
Oh my gosh.
So check it out.
So good.
They're great.
Yeah. So good. Get 20% off site-wide today with code NORMAL20.
Hoes gotta sleep too.
It's so true.
I think out of the history of our show, that was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think
that was a 10 out of 10. That was a good one.
I think so too.
Yeah. Felt like it.
Since we're talking about Elon and Doge and Trump, did you see this over the weekend? Somebody hacked the Department of Home. What was that department? It's like
housing and urban development.
And urban development.
HUD housing.
They hacked it and put up a video. Do we have a video of this? Can we play this? That's the video.
Okay. Oh my.
Very erotic. Please, if you have kids in the room, you're gonna want to take them out.
Long live the real king. Are they saying? So they're saying Elon's the real king because that's like he's running the show.
Yes. Yeah. I believe so, and he's licking his feet seductively.
Yes.
It is sickening.
You could do that to our like button right now.
Yeah, just
below.
Make out hard with it.
Yeah, just suck that toe right there.
It's a sickening sight, and it was first reported by Vox journalist Rachel Cohen. It was played on TV in a cafeteria at the agency's headquarters while everybody's eating while blaring the message, "Long live the real king." This has led people to speculate that the hacking entity known as Anonymous may be behind this video, as earlier this weekend, this video was released.
You were warned. We are coming. Not to that. Bad choice of words. Look out.
Look out. There'll be consequences. These are those consequences. We're going to have to put a video.
We're going to ruin your lunch all the time.
It's the most...
sexual foot fetish videos.
It's the most impotent, like, fighting back against the power. The anonymous video that came out before that was like, Trump and Elon, you better stop what you're doing. You better stop it or things are going to happen. Is this what the things that... These are the things that you were talking about. Okay.
Got you.
This is why the guy
we're going to get big balls.
Yeah, this is why the dude who drew the comic book never wanted it to be a movie.
Yeah.
Because he knew that they were just going to make a lot of people like watch it and not really get it. And that's what happened.
You're not going to understand.
He took his name off of the film.
Alan Moore. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he did Swamp Thing. He did something else too. Like a few he liked, but that one.
He did Watchmen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which he doesn't like as well.
I
don't think he likes anything. I think he's just he's like an old wizard witch man, lives in the woods.
Watchmen, though, the HBO thing was bad enough, but the movie I saw in the theater, and I mean, Rorschach was fine in it, but the rest of it was just awful.
I love it.
You guys didn't like I was going to say you didn't like the blue dong?
You don't like the blue dong? It's a metaphor.
No, I liked parts of the movie.
It's a
obviously.
metaphor for the
Dr.
industrial.
Manhattan's big blue dong. Part you liked?
I mainly like to see a movie for Billy Crudup's penis. That's the only reason I actually go to the theater.
That's a spinoff.
I'm like, is this an
Watchmen
IMAX?
I like to see him make love to what's her name?
It's a chick,
the chick from Bridesmaids. Not Bridesmaids. 27 Dresses.
That's some
Malin
girl movie I've
Ackerman.
never seen.
Malin Ackerman. Yeah.
Well,
he makes love to her in the big.
Oh yeah, the girl that takes her boobs out every movie.
Yes,
she's in. Yeah,
yes, she does.
My friend Adam Krigler, friend of the show, he's back in the day in another life, he was a model, and he actually did like a nude beach photo shoot with her.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
So you can go find that on the internet.
All right.
It's gonna be awkward.
Well, I don't know.
Did he have to be taped down? Wrangled?
Yeah, there's a lot of photos. And they're all.
Yeah, I'd love to
redacted.
ask him questions about that.
Yeah, next time we bring him on, we got to bring him on.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's in the chat. He watches.
It's gotta be weird though.
Yeah, what is like the day in the life of a model that's doing a nude shoot? That's not a pornography nude shoot. It's like we're taking photos for Calvin Klein or something.
Yeah,
but we're not wearing any of the clothes.
I'm guessing vomiting and trying to make people not notice that your hair's falling out.
Maybe.
At 18.
You're gay. There's hair all over your forearms from bulimia. I don't know.
It's possible. That might be part of it. Yeah.
Eating one yogurt and then slapping yourself for it because there were berries in it.
Yeah.
Too much sugar. I bet it's bad if you're a model. I mean, at least if you're a porn model, you know what you're going to be eating.
That's true.
It's usually the same.
It's a lot of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what else has a lot of protein?
What's that?
My Patriot Supply.
What?
Oh, that's a great
protein
segue.
that you need.
There's a sponsor we're going to keep. Well, yeah, that's true.
Please, Dave. What is in these buckets? Are there buckets that you have these?
Well,
supplies?
No, it's almost like a tackle box. It's much fancier than just a bucket.
Oh, okay.
The bucket you will need though in these situations if you want to make your own bathroom, because this is in case of a fallout or if you have to be in a shelter for a certain amount of time.
Double use.
So so really, like, how well do you sleep at night? Think about that. But real peace of mind comes from knowing your family is prepared for anything.
That's right.
Anything. And with My Patriot Supply, America's most trusted name in American Preparedness in Emergency Situations is offering a limited time discount on their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. This isn't your typical survivor kit. No. Each kit provides 2,000 calories and 100% of the recommended value of 12 essential vitamins and minerals daily for 90 days with delicious meals and extras including chicken, beef, fruits, and veggies. All
my favorites.
Yes. It's a lot better than eating your family's flesh. We're talking quality meals that last up to 25 years in storage and still taste like home cooked. 25 years later, and you're like, did grandma make this? The pandemic taught us how quickly store shelves can empty, especially of toilet paper or That's just true. Anything they tell you. So yes, prepare with Normal World. Just go to preparewithnormalworld.com now to secure your family's future with a $100 off discount. Listen, if all of a sudden we're in a zombie apocalypse or something goes south or we find out there's no gold, something might go crazy. So you're going to want to go ahead and have food ready in your fallout shelter. That's right. So go to preparewithnormalworld.com and get $100. That's 100 clams. That's a pair of Nikes.
Scan that code.
It's literally 100 clams worth of protein.
Yeah.
Yep. 100 clams.
Slimy protein.
Yep.
Thanks.
See, we brought it back full circle.
Thank you very much, my Patriot Supply. I think that was. I hope that's the right one.
Yep,
okay, good.
I have a question about these. When they give us the graphic and they say scan here, what do they think physically the audience is supposed to do with that? If they're watching it on their phone, they can't scan it.
Maybe
well,
it's
fair.
Maybe they're watching on the TV. If you guys are watching on the TV, put it in the comments below. I want to know.
Don't tell them.
I'm just trying to help them.
We want to get sales.
But you can't get the sales if you can't scan the code.
Well, maybe they're on their TV. Or maybe they can screenshot it. They screenshot it, and then later
do that.
They use their friend's phone.
You just don't want to incorporate too many steps between you and the product.
But I mean, you're going to have to, it'll train you to prepare the food. You're going to need a few steps for that. You're going to have some water and,
and a source to like boil that water.
Yeah.
And a bomb shelter.
That's 3 steps. And there's a lot of sub steps inside those steps, Yeah. It's complicated. And you should better do it now before shit hits the fan. That's true. Alec Baldwin, he is in hot water because he shot a woman and was on trial for it and does not get the message that he should not be aggressive with people. Do we have footage of this? Because that would be great.
Yeah.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office.
He's got the stance really good,
Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated.
I know, Jason.
Look at that
it's hilarious.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree, you can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay. Sure.
No, you realize, by the way. No, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring? No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your neck in half and break your neck. You know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's it. Look at this guy.
Oh man,
That's amazing.
He's like, my kids live in this building. The ones that I call and yell it on the phone for not picking up. I call them dirty piggies.
Have you guys seen the new TLC show?
With Alec? No, we talked about that. Is it out?
It's finally out. It aired this week.
Lordy.
It aired last night or Sunday night. I forget what it's called, but him
It's
and
like
his
Life
wife.
with Alec or something like that.
Yeah, him and his wife.
Yeah.
She pretends to be Spanish. It's fantastic.
That's so bizarre, and I need to watch
she
it.
does yoga and cooks with her feet. She's a weirdo.
Oh, what is the word for cucumber?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You were
How
born
do
in
you
Jersey,
say-
ma'am.
Yeah.
Stop.
How do you say plate? Plate?
It's a plata.
No, yeah, I want to watch. I have to watch this.
We as a show have to watch.
This is
it
Can we do a review?
Yeah, every week we should do like this week on catching up with the Baldwins. I actually think that's
Is that
what
what
it's
it is?
called. I think that's what it's called.
Catching up with the Baldwin. I love, dude. Just don't say you're gonna kill somebody on the street. I understand that somebody's accosting
When
you, you're
you've
trying to load
already
stuff. And it's like,
accidentally killed somebody.
yeah, maybe don't say you're gonna
If
do
this
that.
camera wasn't here, I would break your neck. And then he's like,
I'll shove it
the
up your
camera-
ass.
Yeah, and it's like, well, remember how you killed someone not too long ago? As he keeps yelling at you, this is why people think you were guilty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're constantly flying off the handle and threatening people.
It's a known fact.
When
your
you know
character.
you're on camera, don't say that.
It's like,
Yeah,
does he
really
not
know.
understand that it's going to immediately go on the internet? People are going to like watch it. Does he not think that?
Probably, but he's probably also trying to get publicity for his new show, which I also just helped with. So
Damn.
don't
That's
watch
true.
that show.
And we all
Just
said we were going to watch it.
watch Normal World. We'll recap it for you.
We'll tell you
Yeah.
how the
Yeah.
show's going. Beat by beat.
I'm about 99% sure Jason Scoop was just harassing him for his own clicks.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And
That's
good
never
for
a
Jason.
thing. Yeah, I'm happy for him. He's on Mike Loftus' show, and we've done sketches, and it's just he plays Trump.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's just
great.
funny. He runs up to like De Niro and all these people now who were once untouchable.
Yeah.
And he's just, harassing Alec Baldwin as he gets out of an Uber. And frankly, I think it's funny.
Yes.
If you're going to harass people, make it Alec Baldwin, I think.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
We
gotten
like the
away
children,
with
doing
murder.
a lot of good deals with the children.
Yeah, children are
funny.
good. Don't hurt your favorite president. Well, there's other stuff too that I don't know if you've noticed in the news, but police in Colombia say they busted a drug smuggling suspect who was attempting to board a flight
This is so
to
good.
Amsterdam
That's on the
with
nose.
more than 200 grams of cocaine hidden under his toupee.
That's so much cocaine hidden under your
Look
toupee.
at how big was that wig?
That is a
Well, there it is.
It's got a Frankenstein flat
It looks
top.
good.
I mean, the amount of cocaine that he put in there. The dogs must have been just jumping in the air at him.
Yeah.
Just look at that.
I mean, but it didn't
and
look
from
bad.
Colombia. Like,
It's a pretty good trick.
I mean, if you could have gotten it over, I think they're doing a nice job. He's
Yeah.
going to look silly in jail for a few
It's
days.
super
That's
funny
dedication.
because at the end of this video, they like pose like they're getting ready for a fight.
yeah.
Have you seen it?
Like a boxing match?
Well, yeah. Look, okay, so they noticed it on the scan. I think is the.
He should have filled it with some sort of blood. So, like, when they went to cut it, he just starts screaming.
It's like, ah!
Let's see. Take
I
your
mean,
hat
that's
off.
bad.
This isn't real.
The hat was gently resting on his toupee.
You could have had
He's
some
so-
like good wig glue or something.
Now he's just walking around with the friar tuck, man. That's not a good look.
He's just covering his face like, oh,
After the Middle
caramba.
Ages.
That's a lot.
So much
You guys
love.
gotta see the fight picture at the end of this. It's so funny.
Oh, does he fight for himself?
Well, no, but it looks like they're getting
So
ready
what
for
you-
a fight. They like have all the cocaine spread out right here.
Oh my God, this is great. In this corner. Look at
They got a
all
fucking
that-
backdrop ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, this is our cocaine smuggler backdrop.
It's
They had the
amazing.
like banner that said cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine, cocaine.
Ah, the cocaine,
Amazing.
yeah. Look at all this. We cannot. It's like, yeah, it's Colombia. Yeah. I didn't even know you stopped people for that. Remember when you're president? What's
Colombia going
for...
to Amsterdam, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah. I never get that. It's like, there's going to be Coke there. You could get a connection.
Where do you think the Coke comes from, though?
It's got. I guess
comes from Flat Top.
Apparently,
McGee here.
it gets from Wigs, I guess.
Head Coke.
Guy's
Which
smart.
brings us to today's sponsor. Also, we do have one more: Miguel's Drug Rugs. If you have drugs to hide, give Miguel's toupees a try. Use code BoogerSugar20 for 20% off your first drug rug. They also are the makers of Meth Stash and Benzo Beard, so feel free to use that 20% off your drug rug.
It's hard to hide something in your mustache. But if you got like a Sam Elliott.
Not with Crystal Meth Stash. It's designed specifically for that.
Yeah.
And then Benzo Beard, just fill that with downers and head to the airport.
That's code BoogerSugar20.
BoogerSugar20, Miguel's Drug Rugs.
Thank you.
Miguel being the Spanish name.
Yes.
Thanks, Miguel.
Mexican, whatever. They're all the same.
Juan Bump.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother the guy. Like, that's TSA people doing their job. If I had to work TSA, I'd be like, it's fine. Like, is it going to blow up the plane? No? Then I don't really care. I'm not cutting a guy's toupee off today. I want to go to lunch.
You're probably going to die anyways in the plane because there's so many of them going down recently. Did you see the one that flipped? That happened last week. Everybody was talking about it. Flipped upside down. We couldn't figure out who the pilot was.
It was like,
we don't know.
It was Delta's unmanned airline. It really was not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not a good look when you're like, but it just looks so bad when you're like, not one man is going to be on board for this. And
yeah,
then it's like
promos and they're like, they were all women. It's like,
and then the thing's upside down. And you're like, well, this is probably something we should have tested. I think women can fly a plane just as much as any man, except for every time it's tried.
Like back in the 20s as well. It didn't start off with
Amelia Earhart landed, never came back.
Yeah.
When she got eaten by cannibals.
She was like, navigation, smamigation.
Dude, it's not our fault that the Bermuda Triangle swallowed her whole.
We should name that the American
That's
Triangle.
True.
That's rename
American Triangle.
American
Did you guys hear about this couple that were seated next to a dead woman on their flight?
What is happening?
To Italy?
Well, like the person died in flight?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
It was Qatar Air, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Because, if you want to fly, make sure to fly Qatar.
Cut out the middleman. Fly right into the plane.
They have the best hummus cookies.
So, wait, okay, so you get on a plane, everybody's alive, like normal.
Yes.
Yeah, usually.
You hope.
Yes.
And then the person that sits next to you passes away, like an old lady or something?
Yes.
And then, I guess what else are they supposed to do? Just chuck her out the window? Like, you can't do that.
Well, no, but if it's not a full flight, you could move them to not be directly sitting next to somebody.
You know how serious they are about those? Like, you can't sit in a chair that's not yours. Or maybe like an overhead. I think an overhead bin, you could just one that's not used in the back.
Like at least in the middle, because I'm like, why are we giving a window or an aisle seat to a corpse? Like, I at least want some level of convenience or comfort while I sit next to this thing and try to finger blast it.
It's still going to be more interactive than you bet. Okay, sorry.
I was hoping when you said this story.
I just had to. Just the idea of just like, it's cool. Like, it's like totally up to the guy sitting there. He's like, you don't got to land the plane. Like, I can hang on to her.
This is international air waters, right? So there's no rules about this.
Yeah, technically there's not like necrophilia laws up here. So if you want to just go back and mind your own goddamn business, stewardess, that would be great. I'm going to go ahead and comfort.
I'm going to need some napkins.
I think it was a guy, though. Wasn't it an old man or was it a woman?
It was, let me see.
Because they have a picture.
It was a deceased woman, yes. Okay. So
wait, there's a picture of this? Do you have a picture?
No,
woman.
because it's
Okay.
a dead woman.
Well,
I can't really
it
show
could
that
be
on.
blurred or something. We could defer some kind of. Infer,
I
I
don't.
mean.
Okay.
One guy's just carrying her out like it's his luggage. It's
Yes.
like,
So
I was gonna take. It's my wife. She's asleep. I'm not gonna take her to a hotel and play with her dead tits. He's like, I need a wheelchair for my very alive wife. He's
Ruined
just
it,
pushing.
She's got jet lag. It's jet lag.
Just pushing a corpse out in front of her family and being like, no, I got it.
That is my worst nightmare.
What?
Okay, so you're
What?
sitting. Imagine this person. Maybe they did they know him? Was it their family member?
No,
or
it
something?
was not. No,
So it's
it's
somebody you
stranger.
don't know, and you're sitting next to him on a flight, and they go to sleep. How did they figure out that they were dead? Were they like checking their pulse or something? Like
I have
That's a
sworn I've
nightmare
sat next to
scenario.
dead people. Yeah, I think I've sat next to dead people on planes because I'm like, this person is not waking up at all, and I don't say anything.
I'm
I
not
mind my
checking.
business. No, I'm not going to start touching your wrist.
no.
Okay,
I might
so
go through your purse.
yeah. The upset couple said the deceased woman was placed next to them with a blanket over her body, and they were not given the option to change their seats for the remainder of the long haul flight.
That's not an option. I would just get up and change my seat.
Yeah,
I'm not asking.
Jennifer
I'm
was
doing it.
encouraged to move by a fellow passenger who offered up a free seat to her nearby, but Mitchell was not that lucky. He's the guy. There was a couple. He was asked to move one seat over into an empty seat in his row so the deceased woman could be placed in his assigned seat. He noted, there were a few spare seats I could see around us. I can't believe they told us to stay. His trauma deepened when at the end of the flight, passengers were asked to remain seated while medical crews removed the unidentified body. Mitchell said personnel did not attempt to keep the woman covered, exposing her face to him. So it's just dead woman's face in his face.
So the person didn't even die there. Okay, so I thought you're sitting there in a row of three. The person that you don't know, you're with your wife, or whatever. The person you don't know died.
A deceased body.
They put the body there.
Yes.
And then we're like, you can't move, sir.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Qatar?
Yeah, they said.
You can't. I'm sorry, but that's so. There's so many levels of health that are a concern. Where you just go, I'm sorry, it's a corpse. I don't even know what they died of. What does this thing have? Is it looking for a new host?
Did they die on the flight? Did they die before the flight? They died on the flight.
Oh, they did.
Yes,
on the flight.
So the dead body gets to move, but I don't get to move.
Right. So Qatar Airways said in a statement, first and foremost, our thoughts are with the family of the passenger who sadly passed away on board our flight. We apologize for any inconvenience or distress this incident may have caused and are in the process of contacting passengers in line with our policies and procedures. So nothing.
No.
But yes. So.
No, yeah, that's.
I don't even know
what did they do? Did they send it back to the family sitting next to two other people?
Yeah, exactly. Were they with somebody else? And we're like,
yeah, we got to get this thing home. So
I'm sorry.
It's just we're gonna upgrade it to first, and you're like, why can't I get first?
Yeah, I should
I'm
get
so curious to know what the.
I need to know the context of why.
How they died, what they were on the way to do.
Could have just. Well, that's over now.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of variables. I need to know, like, what the heck? Why were they not allowed to move? Why did they move the body? Why was the body not moved into a location that had no people in it? If there were seats that were open.
EMTs are just fiddling with a corpse that's next to you, and they're like, listen, we're just going to reach over you and make this as inconvenient as humanly possible. Okay.
All right.
Like, so if you could just hold still, I gotta check her pulse. Will you hold her shirt?
hold me. Man, what such a freaking nightmare.
Check her blood pressure here. Of course she shit herself. She died.
Yes.
The whole time she was just sitting in fecal matter, I'm sure.
Does this kind of stuff happen all the time? Like, because I feel like a lot of these things, is it information bias where we're thinking about airplanes having weird scenarios and things happening? Yeah. Like, does this kind of stuff happen a lot? I mean, not this specifically, but just bad things?
No, I'm always concerned about dying in a plane crash, not just on the plane where people then don't care around me. That would seem worse because it would just...
Yeah.
you die as an inconvenience, and then no one loves you.
Then you have to sit around with everybody else.
Yeah, like no, I don't think it happens very often. Every now and then, before a plane will take off, somebody will be taken off the plane for shrieking or something, or having a heart problem.
Yeah,
but it's pretty. I don't think I've ever been on a flight where somebody's dead. I think
that's insane.
I have definitely sat next to elderly people where they did not wake up when we landed, but I'm like, I gotta go. I'm not.
I'm gonna get over you. Excuse me.
This is not my business.
Last flight I was on the way back from Orlando, we got into the plane. It was delayed for a long time because one of the internal baggage doors wasn't clicking, and it turned out that baggage door was holding the emergency boat if you crashed into water. It was holding that closed, so then we couldn't use that. So we had to wait 45 minutes for them to reroute the plane. Then we figured out what we were doing. They had to reroute it out over land instead of over the Gulf of America. And then when we figured that out, we drove all the way out to where we were supposed to take off, then sat there, and then the pilot was like, our right engine is not communicating with the plane, so we have to go back. So we had to go all the way back, and then they got it was just a weird, I've never had the engine not connect to the plane navigation system.
When was this?
This was on the way back from Orlando just like a couple weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
And I was so close to getting off the plane because I was like, there's just too many things in a row. And it was like, I was on the tarmac in this plane for like 2 hours. It was crazy.
With all the things going on with planes, were you terrified?
I was too tired at that point.
To
you
care
ever feel like
about
that?
your life?
Yeah, where you're like, I'm at the end of a trip. I'm ready to go home. Let's just roll the dice on it. Just see. Hopefully it works out. It worked out.
I feel that every time I'm on a plane, that's all that happens is they're like, well, they got to come up here with this report. We got to fill out some paperwork.
Yeah, the dude said that too.
What?
So sometimes they get an attitude too, where they're like, look, I want to be there as much as you guys.
Dude, it's the exact same thing that he said. He was like, we all want to be home too. Like, we get it. We just have to wait for the new flight plan so we could sign off on it.
Oh, I've had it happen. Yeah, I've had it happen every time we go to take off.
Really?
Okay, that's a new thing.
Every plane is delayed that I've been on. It's unbelievable. And then, they always have something where it's like, we are a problem with the wheel engine. And you're like, that's made up.
You just said
the phalange.
Yeah, it's not hooking up to the dingly bob. And we got to wait 45 minutes. Sorry about that.
Or there's some weather where we're going, so we're going to be held up about an hour and a half. I'm like, I assume there's lots of weather. I'm flying across the country.
Yeah, all the time, I think.
Why would there – and you know what you should do to fix all these problems? Get 6 women into a cockpit and have them land upside down.
That'll do it.
And I'm not even saying it should be
there's more women pilots than normal now?
I will say
it's not.
There's not. The pilot was an old, a 60-year-old mustached white man, so he was like the archetype of a pilot, and still messed up.
I think there's more female pilots now than ever.
I've never had a female pilot.
I don't think I have either.
No. But you fly more than me. I guess
a lot of propaganda
I fly
out there,
once a year.
I've had female pilots, and I've had a lot of male stewardesses.
A lot of those.
Yeah, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with female pilots.
No, I'm completely joking. It was just funny that it was honestly just funny that they said like we're unmanned, and then the flight ended up upside down. It's like you couldn't make yourself look worse.
It's fair.
Damn it!
It's just funny.
Yeah, that is.
I still think it's funny that they didn't. They officially were like, we don't know who the pilot was.
What do you mean?
They didn't want to say. Like, why do you not? Well, they know. They just didn't want to say. It's an awkward thing to say when you go to the official page of Delta and it's we are woman.
Yeah.
Bad look.
Take a 50-50 shot. I bet it was one of them. There's 2 people up there.
So
split the
I'm just saying it's one of the women.
When you have a complicated job like a pilot, you get a lot of leeway. I think is what it is.
I just don't know why it's happening now more than ever.
That's why I think it's information bias. We're thinking about it. It's like when you're looking for a car and you're like, what kind of car do I want? Oh, I want a Honda Accord. And then you see Honda Accords everywhere.
No, I feel like
but it's like
we would have
like
known about this many plane incidents before.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Well, last year was Boeing, but it was a very specific plane.
Yes.
Yep.
Now
and
it's
then
just
this year,
it's like fucking everything.
Yeah, it's been like Delta. It's been American Airlines.
Forget how to put the freaking wheels down. What's going on? You don't know how to do this? Coming down a little hard? There was another video that I saw today.
I feel just for you, you'd want to pay attention.
Yeah, you're on the plane too. I saw a video today that it was a full-on passenger plane coming down. It was trains before that. You remember that? When all the trains were derailing because we were having information bias because we saw there was the Ohio one and then all these other ones kept popping up. What's going on? What's going on? It's because it's happening already. We're just now focusing on it. But the one I was talking about was like a video. It was coming down for a landing. It was on the tarmac and then another plane was chugging along across the freaking runway. Like that, I don't know if that's the pilot's problem. That sounds like it's the traffic controller. Like they're not.
Well, there is an issue with air traffic control. They've come out with that, and there's an issue where they've smashed into each other on runways.
Yeah.
Is it because they're the people that fall asleep all the time?
Narcolepsy.
No, yeah, they all have narcolepsy.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
They picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah,
that's probably what it was. Yeah, it's a. I don't know. I just get on a plane at this point in my life, and I'm like, whatever happens.
Yeah, roll the dice on this.
I just don't care. Like once I will hit turbulence, and I'll see people crying, and I'm just reading a book. Like, yeah, well, look, what am I gonna do? I can only control my situation, which is just I'm not gonna panic. And if you want to start praying, you go for it.
I had the exit aisle, so I can get out of there quick. You know, they say oh, are you prepared to help everybody? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're like, I'll help open the door and I'll guide the way.
I'll open the door and say, hey, and then jump out.
Yeah, you think I'm going to stay on a burning plane and help others get off? No. I don't like anybody on the plane anyway.
I'll just stand from the outside of the plane and say, hey, guys, over here. And then they'll figure it out because, it's an open door. Dave, it's been good to hang out with you. I like these shows. Like I said, the core team here, these are my favorite shows. I like everybody else, but these are my favorite shows right here.
We do miss you though, Dave.
Yeah.
I want to be back.
I know. Howard,
it's just an empty chair now. It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's just I'm in Vegas in front of Johnny Carson's old curtain.
It does kind of look like that. You're going to do a 15-minute or 5. What was it back then? It was like 5 minutes, right? It was super quick.
I think they were way longer for some reason. They're like 5 minutes now, but I've seen Kinnison sets that are like 12 minutes long. It's crazy.
Fill that time.
Mm-hmm.
How are the shows been? They've been good? They've been
good. They've been great. I got to meet one of the dudes from Don't Be a Menace, which was really cool. Because right when he introduced himself to me, I was just looking at him and I was like, "You're crazy legs," and he's like, "I am," and I was like, "Dude, that's awesome." You're in the funniest movie ever. And I loved him in that. So, but yeah, we just got to do a bunch of shows this week. I was at this Comedy Store. We did a thing where people put their darkest secrets into a bucket and then we pull them out and make fun of them.
That's great.
Can you give us like a little taste of a good one?
Well, they weren't as dark as you'd want, but some, like the girl who won was on vacation with a guy and had a threesome, but did not tell the guy she was with. Just joined another couple who happened to be at the resort, and then just left the dude hanging.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Literally.
Don't even let him know.
And the other one was a high school kid who, like, these surfer jocks would bully them. Okay. And I know the word surfer jock is bizarre, but they would go into the school at night and piss all over their lunch table.
What the?
And then this went on for like a year until finally somebody's like, it really smells like piss over at this table. And they had been urinating on it almost nightly for an entire year. And these kids just sat in it because they're like, it's our table. We rule the school. So these surfer guys just sitting in nerd piss.
We got to get more janitors. I keep saying it.
So I asked, I said,
it's
is
an epidemic.
This pre or post Columbine? And he goes, exact same year. I was like,
It's like, we better stop doing this.
Like, don't say anything about it.
No more revenge.
What do you think the percentage of these written stories are real and which are just like, I'm trying to say the craziest thing I can to get a comedian to talk about it?
The ones that we pulled out, I think were all pretty much real, except for the one that I had, which was like, I enjoy shitting my pants.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was just lame. But like one girl was like, yeah, I haven't shaved my legs in a month. And I'm like, yeah, that's not like, I'm married. That's not a thing I care about.
What the fuck? No,
like,
actually, I take it back. The ones I enjoy shitting my pants, being on the internet as long as I have, that's probably real. That's probably a real thing. We should, yeah.
It might
Feeling
be.
of relief.
There was a lot in there that was, a lot of stuff involved feces. Oh yeah, one was a girl. It was a feces incident. Her friend went to the bathroom in the woods during a paintball game, and then her cousin thought it would be funny to shoot the shit, and then it shot all over her face.
Oh no!
It just blew up like a paintball. Then instead of them giving her a ride, they made her walk home like 5 miles covered in feces.
That's so sad.
It is.
It was fun though. It was a fun show.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get you back here.
I'm looking forward to it, and maybe we should go to the end of the world. You guys want to promote? What do you want to do?
I think we should let people know that there's a merch store for our stuff. We got hoodies, we got hats, we got mugs. What else is up there? Do we have other things up there?
Yeah.
Go look. You should go look. You should figure it out. What's the website link? Because I always forget. It's like shopblaze.com /
shopblazemedia.com, and it will be in the description. Yeah.
It's in the description. Go check it out. And thank you guys for buying that stuff, because it lets them know that you like us.
Yes. Thank you guys.
That's right.
And they need to know that.
And you rocked them to our show this week. That was really cool of you guys.
Yeah.
Freaking cool.
And now we go to the end of the world.
Yeah. Dave.
Woo! An OnlyFans model stormed out of a podcast after the host asked her what she contributes to society.
Oh. Stop. Oh my goodness.
You just couldn't answer?
Fuck you.
I'd rather leave than think of something I'm doing. What do you think OnlyFans models, whatever you say, what do you think they contribute to society? QB.
Syphilis. It's a lot. Pass them around. You see that lady? Yeah. Also, post-nut clarity. A lot of people that you guys out there, the gooners out there.
It's a fair point.
Clarity.
I want to add a retirement plan for Disney stars.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Make a lot of money.
I know. Boy Meets World is a specific one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true.
Oh, Topanga?
No.
The redhead, Maitland Ward.
Yeah.
Really?
She's an adult film star now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, Google it.
I'll have to find it. I'll have to do some research.
You'll have to look that up later. Yeah.
Do some Googling.
I'm going to say a fast track to headlining comedy clubs like Stormy Daniels.
Fair.
She's still doing that?
I doubt it. I don't think it would have worked out. I think she did a few appearances, and then a very disappointed audience left because why?
Is that post-nut clarity?
Mm-hmm. Good night.